most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Shrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heining, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we're going to talk about do these 7 stretches every day. These are stretches for seniors. Actually, it could be for everybody, but
Sure.
they're really kind of designed for seniors because as you get older, Brad, as we know, things start to tighten up on us.
I'm not getting older, are you?
Yeah, I put a stop to
Wishful
that.
thinking, yeah.
By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Go to bobandbrad.com, go to the giveaway section because we are giving away a doozy this week. We're giving away a SleepOvation mattress.
Yeah, a full one, not a cutaway one.
This is just a cutaway one or a sample. Go to Facebook and it'll be pinned to the top of the page, the contest that is. Go to Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, podcast.
Podcast. We're podcasting now.
We got 60-second versions. We also have a channel for Bob and Brad Clips.
Oh, on YouTube,
version.
the short one, yeah.
So the mattress has 700 tiny little mattresses. It's got air channels. Very comfortable if you have pain when you're sleeping.
Well, I think it's comfortable without pain.
Yeah, that's true. It's,
Both ways, yeah. It's a doozy. All right.
All right. So the first stretch. You're going to hit that one in a second.
I know.
We're going to go ahead. Oh, I didn't even get the ball ready. You get the chair ready. I'll get the ball ready.
So this one, obviously, we're going to do in a chair. You don't have to have a ball, but there's some big advantages to it. And a ball like this, so like if you have some grandchildren or you just have some children or go to the neighbors and take theirs, a soft ball about 6 or 8 inches.
That's the kind of ball we used to use for
kickball.
And also for... What's
dodgeball?
Dodgeball.
Yeah,
I couldn't even remember it.
Yeah. So we're gonna go like this. You know, hopefully you got good range of motion, so you can place the ball. You put it wherever it feels comfortable, or you can move it around, and you just stretch back over the ball and breathe deep and relax.
Yeah, he's stretching his chest, and he's also tucking his chin at the same time. So you're stretching everything here. It's a really good posture one.
If you want to do this,
oh, it's an excellent posture one, and everybody is having trouble with their posture, pretty much, Brad.
Yeah, this is just a good generalized stretch for across the board for most people.
All right, next one, Brad, number 2. That was number 1. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do a Statue of Liberty stretch.
Ooh.
This is for your shoulder. Even if you don't have shoulder pain, it's a good maintenance one because look. Brad, I don't know if I go all the way up, do I?
No, it's looking pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
But over time, they tend to tighten up.
If you can't get up there and you want to work on this.
Yeah, if you can't go up like beyond this is a great stretch for you. So you're going to you can use a broomstick or something like that, but we use the Booyah stick because it's got nice rubber tips on it. It's really got a good grip on it.
Anything where if you have it on the floor or on a chair, it doesn't slip. That's the primary thing.
Right.
And it needs to be about 5 foot tall. A little shorter may work.
Now you can start off, let's say you can't get the arm very high up. You can go as high, crawl up the pole and go as far as you can. And then you're going to lean forward. Now you don't let the hand slide.
No.
You keep it right where it is, and that'll stretch that shoulder. And this works really good for arthritis. I've had people that started, they really liked it because they'd start here, and then they'd come back, and they'd be here. Then eventually they could go onto the chair.
Sure.
And you can see the progress.
Yeah, if you wanted to put a piece of tape on the first day where you start, and then you can see where you've gone from then would be a really good idea.
But you can see, once you're up here, you can get maximal stretching here. And, according to Dr. Kirsch, who we've mentioned his book many times, hanging is good for your shoulder. And this is a kind of a form of hanging because you're putting traction on that shoulder. And she works nice.
Yep. Okay. What's next, Bob?
All right. Next one. You can actually also for the shoulder. This is a good one for Mackenzie. It's like one of the first exercises they do is actually stretch the shoulder back like this. Right. And it's just actually, if you're doing a lot of overhead work, it's good to stop even and stretch it back like that.
And you don't need a real long stick for this. You can use a cane. Works just fine.
You can use a cane, and you might even be able to grab your arm and do it.
Yep. Or put like this.
Yep. There's a lot of ways you can do that one.
So we're just getting that range of motion that shoulder doesn't see often.
One more shoulder one. Brad's going to show
Oh,
the
the belt.
belt. And this works really well with a slippery belt.
Slippery belt, and it probably is best if you use two people, unless you can, if you get the loop around your wrist, and you're able to get this part over the shoulder, and then from there on, that's why I use a slippery belt, so it slips over your shoulder, and we just simply work on this. This is that range of motion you used to reach back to get your wallet out of your pocket, to lace your belt through the loops, to tuck your shirt in. If you can't do those things, this may be a good stretch for you to do.
Now, if with all these stretches, if you're really loose in your shoulder and you don't need stretching, don't do it.
Right.
Pick the muscles that are tight on you, or the joints that are tight on you. Those are the ones you're going to do.
And don't overstretch. Don't go into sharp pain. Don't use the philosophy, no pain, no gain. That's not what we want. We want gentle stretching.
Just bump into the pain.
Yep.
Yeah, so next one, hip external rotation. Quite often, a lot of people start losing that ability to, cross their legs, and you can, again, compare sides. One might be up like this, and this one needs the work done.
Yep.
And the other one might not need a stretch.
I do this one every day when I put my socks on. I'll just do this, and it's a maintenance stretch. I have good range of motion, but I want to keep it.
Yep.
And you don't have to spend 5 minutes on it if it's already good.
No, I do it. I do the same thing, Brad. I wake up in the morning, I start doing my stretches, and this is the third stretch I do.
Third,
yeah.
You get these routines, and it just becomes part of your life, just like brushing your teeth.
Yeah. Next one, hip extension. The best way to do this is kneeling down.
Yeah.
But we'll show you a bed option too. So I'm going to go ahead and, it's always the other way around, isn't it?
Well, it's a little easier to see.
Yeah.
He's using the pillow just because it's comfortable on the knee.
So you're going to keep good posture, and you're going to stretch forward like this. This is a great one for the hip. I mean, it really is, if you want to pick one exercise to do stretch for the hip, I'd probably pick this one, Brad.
Yeah. And like Bob said, there's probably a lot of seniors are going to look at this and say, there's no way I can safely get down like that. And so don't.
Yeah, don't.
Do the one on the bed.
These muscles tend to tighten up on you as we get older because we sit a lot. And so that's why it's very common to need to do this stretch. Now, you're going to keep your shoulders well on the bed. Don't fall off the bed. You're going to bring the leg off, and you're going to... This might be enough for you to start off with.
Right.
You might feel a good pulling in there already at that. If you don't, then you can go ahead and try grabbing onto this leg and pulling up, and you can see my leg comes up even a little bit because it's stretching more.
Sure.
So if you can't grab here, you can grab here.
Yep.
And if you have to, you can use a towel or something to pull it up or that belt.
Sure.
To pull it into the right range. All right, next one, Brad, is knee extension or flexion. Why don't you show extension on? Oh, geez, I just lost my balance.
Oh my goodness! Here, you need to stick.
Yeah, I need to stick. What's funny is I'm not used to walking around with the stockings on here.
Oh yeah. Oh, so we're doing knee extension.
Yep, knee extension. So again, the knee can tighten up on people.
Yep. So you're going to use, you can use a stool. If you have one like this with wheels on, it's great. I realize a lot of people don't have that. You could use an ottoman, something you can put your leg on comfortably, and then just see if you can straighten the knee all the way straight. You're not going to push real hard to get any sharp pain. If it doesn't, you just gently stretch into it, and so pressure on, pressure off.
Again, you don't need to do this if it's not tight.
Right.
If you straighten all the way out.
Yep.
Brad and I aren't doing this.
No.
One.
My knees go normal.
Yep.
If one goes good and the other one's good, then we're only going to work on
that one,
the tight one. And don't overdo it. 10 times would be good enough. And then come back to it later.
Why don't you show knee flexion in the chair, Brad?
Sure.
So you slide your butt forward, and I'll show it in the bed then.
So a chair. So Bob's talking about we're going to slide the butt forward so you can, for this stretch, get that knee to come up. And actually, this stretches the knee and it gets the hip flexion.
Hip flexion
you get
too.
two joints at once. And Again, you can test one side if it feels tight and the other side goes way up to here. Well,
You
then,
don't need to do it.
yep, work the tight side. 5
And
to
you can
10
also
reps.
do it lying down. So same thing.
Yep.
You're stretching the hip, you're stretching the knee at the same time. Again, you can use a strap or something if you have
Sure.
trouble doing this.
This one you could do coming right out of, before you get up in bed, or if you take a nap in the middle of the day, go ahead and do that.
There we go. All right, the final one is a lot of people's calves or plantar
Ooh.
fascia that get tight. So, Brad, did you want to show it against the wall or?
Sure. I was just gonna show that you
Yeah.
can just do ankle pumps, and you see my socks. I got these little red toesies on there. That's why I wore them today, so you could see that ankle pump.
Well, there you go. And you can also just wake up in the morning. You can grab the forefoot and grab that and pull it. You're stretching the calf, but you're also stretching the plantar fascia. And a lot of us who get plantar fasciitis, this can help prevent that by keeping that fascia stretched out and out of trouble. Brad's going to show us the calf stretch.
Yep. So you can, lean up against the wall with your hands and bring your foot back. Just make sure the toe is pointed forward and you don't have your foot rotated out like this. And then you simply lean forward, keep the heel on the floor, and you'll feel that stretch. The heel might come off, kind of work with that. As long as you feel a stretch, you can do it with the knee straight. Does one muscle. And then if you bend the knee, it works a different. The soleus and the gastroc, you don't need to know that. But you'll feel, now it's lower, now the stretch is a little higher, closer to the knee. On and off 10 times, or if you want to hold it 15 to 30 seconds, that's a good option.
Yeah, and very common to develop tightness in this muscle.
Oh, yeah,
so
very common.
This is one I do every day too.
Sure.
I don't know if you do it, Brad, but
not every day. I've got a routine, Bob.
All right,
You know
glad
I
you do.
work.
I'm glad you do, Brad. All right, Brad and I can fix just about anything
Except for
a broken heart.
Broken heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do we do, huh?
Yeah, what do we do?
We'll keep working on it.
Yep, thanks.